All right, welcome to part 3, our last section of this lesson. So I'm going to share my screen with you again. Now over here, we're on page 3. And so we're looking at the organs of the immune system. Now if you click on this guy, what will happen, if you double click on it, shall I say, then you're going to be able to fill in the text boxes. So we're going to look at different components of the immune system. Now we're going to start here with the bone marrow. With the bone marrow, what happens is the spongy tissue, which is bone marrow within the bones, it creates cells. It creates our blood cells. It creates the red blood cells and the white blood cells, and as well as plasma. And now, obviously, the white blood cells are a big component of our immune system. And then over here, this little guy right here is our appendix. And with the appendix, what happened is it actually has a particular type of tissue that's associated with the lymphatic system, which carries the white blood cells that we need to be able to fight infections. Then we're going to move on to over here, which is our spleen. Now, with the spleen, it acts like a filter, basically. What will happen is it weeds out the old and damaged cells, and it helps control the amount of blood and blood cells that circulate in the body. It also helps get rid of germs. So it contains the white blood cells called lymphocytes and macrophages. And these cells, they attack and destroy germs. They remove them from the blood and pass it through the spleen. So definitely very handy. Then what happens is we also have all throughout our body little clusters called lymph nodes. Now, I'm not sure if you ever had it where you've been sick. Let's say you've had a sore throat and you've gone to the doctor and they've had it where she felt along your neck to see if your lymph nodes are swollen or not. And if they are, it's a sign of infection. And so within your lymph nodes, we have just give me a moment here. Actually, let me just back up quickly. So right now I'm talking about the lymphatic system, which is part of our immune system. And with the lymphatic system, what happens is it's a network of very small tubes or vessels, and they drain something called lymph fluid. And that lymph fluid is just like a clear watery fluid that contains proteins, salts, and other substances. And so this lymphatic system has it where it carries that throughout the body, and it helps defend the body against germs. And so what happens is those germs are filtered out in the lymph nodes. So that's why I said if you went to the doctor and you had it where, let's say, your lymph nodes were swollen, that usually is a sign of infection there. And then we have lymph nodes all over. So we have them in our neck, as well as underarm, groin area, and so on. So lymph nodes are here as well, even over here. And then we also have our lymph duct that has it where it will collect and drain the lymph fluid. So, so this is all part of our, like the lymph nodes, lymph duct, and everything, all part of our lymphatic system, which are all part of our immune system that helps fight against illness and keep us healthy. It helps filter out the things that are not good for us, that could harm us, and has it where it gets rid of it as quickly as possible. Now, you have some questions, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to play around with this. There's something called Google Form that I'm going to attach to this lesson, and what I want you to do is have it where you are going to answer these 3 questions based on what we covered in our videos, and you are going to answer those questions not in the Google Doc, because I've decided that with the Google Doc, you don't need to worry about sending that to me. That's your notes. But these questions are going to be in a Google form, and you're going to have it where you're going to answer these questions on that Google form that's going to be in the Moodle page. So definitely let me know if you have any questions, but it should be right there, part of your assignment. And it's just like a little survey. It's like a 3-question survey. And so that's going to be your homework check to show that you went through this lesson, you watched the videos, and that you understand what's going on. All right. thank you for sticking with me with this, and thank you for being gracious as I navigate figuring out how to be able to transition to recording myself for the HCS at home. It's an adventure. All right, take care. I'll see you later.